But if not, we have very competent managers who are capable of making those adjustments. That brings me to education. We have a superintendent leaving June 30th. I believe much, if not all, of the suggestions for increased funding are a product of the soon-to-be former superintendent. In the near future, we will have a new superintendent as well as a new school business manager. To me, it makes no sense to fund new ideas of a superintendent who is leaving. Also, be aware of Senate Bill 458, an act concerning educational reform. This act provides additional grants to low-performing school districts. Specifically, Section 34 of the bill establishes alliance districts which would make available to the Derby educational system an additional $283,000. As I understand the bill, most, if not all, of the present superintendent's additional spending request would fit the definition of the bill. If the new superintendent was desirous to put in place those same items, he or she could be applying for additional funding made available by Senate Bill 458. If he or she believed there are concepts that would benefit Derby, then the application would reflect that desire. The superintendent may have other creative ideas and think it best what we will allow him or her to seek solutions via their own vision. May I also suggest, as our increase to our Board of Education, we allow them to keep the recently $400,000 surplus. Allowing them to keep the $400,000 surplus and having them apply for the $283,000 increase in state education funding gives them an additional 4.4% as compared to this fiscal year. Therefore, for my suggested budget, I have kept the educational spending at $15,547,984. The result of my administration's hard work in stabilizing sanitation costs, healthcare costs, and this suggested educational budget, we have a budget with small growth, which reflects the needs of the people of Derby in our economic times. In closing, I have introduced a number of potential unexpected items. May I suggest you take a day or two to absorb the general concept of my suggestions. I am willing to meet either Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or next Tuesday to work with you in either answering any questions or finding areas of compromise in our quest for establishing a fair budget for our citizens and taxpayers. I stand ready to work with you on behalf of the people we are elected to represent. Thank you very much.